Hello and welcome. Today, we're diving into something that, let's be honest, is one of the toughest parts of being a parent. What do you do when you see your child really, truly struggling? It's a moment we all face, so let's get into how we can help them and ourselves through it.
I mean, that's the dream, right? We all want to see our kids happy, confident, sailing through life. But life happens. There are going to be failed tests, friendships that fall apart, moments of not being picked for the team. These things are just part of the deal.
And when those moments hit, wow, it's not just your kid who's hurting. As a parent, you feel that sting too. It's this deep ache, this sense of helplessness that's just so hard to sit with. You do anything to take their pain away. But here's where we have to flip the script in our own heads. We can't actually build a bubble around our kids to shield them from every bump and bruise. The real work, the most important job we have, is equipping them with resilience. It's all about how we respond, because that's what teaches them how to bounce back. So, to do that well, we really need to get inside their heads and understand what's actually going on. Let's take a look at what the source material calls the big three, the core challenges our kids are up against internally. First up, you've got failure. Now, for a kid, this is so much more than just losing a soccer game or getting a bad grade. It goes way deeper. It becomes this internal yardstick they use to measure their own worth. And it plants this little seed of fear, the fear that maybe, just maybe, they're not good enough. And this is the dangerous leap their brain makes. A single event, a single action, I failed, suddenly twists into a permanent identity. I am a failure. And that shift from doing to being, that's the real problem we need to tackle. And if we don't help them through this, the fallout can be pretty serious. It starts to fuel anxiety, which makes them want to avoid trying new things. It just chisels away at their motivation. And think about it, this is all happening while they're scrolling through everyone else's highlight reels on social media. It can get so bad that they just stop trying altogether. All right, number 2 of the big three is rejection. Oof, this one hits right at the core of their need to belong. Not getting the party invite, being the last one picked, being left out, it's a gut punch that sends a really loud, painful message. You're not wanted here. And just like with failure, that little voice inside their head turns it all inward. The rejection isn't just something that happened to them, it's proof that there's a flaw in them. It kicks off that awful spiraling question, what's wrong with me? You know, these kinds of wounds can stick around for a long time. It chips away at their sense of self-worth and can create this deep, quiet loneliness. Over time, they might start to pull back from people, and it can even make it harder for them to trust relationships later in life. And all of this, the failure, the rejection, it creates the perfect breeding ground for our third big challenge, self-doubt. This is that quiet, nagging voice in the back of their mind, the one that whispers all the reasons they shouldn't even bother trying. This right here is the anthem of self-doubt. It's this paralyzing inner script that convinces a child that they are just not capable. And every little stumble becomes more proof that the voice is right. And you can see the dangerous loop this creates, right? They doubt themselves, so they don't try. Because they don't try, they don't achieve much, which just reinforces the doubt. It's a vicious cycle that can lead to learned helplessness, and, if it goes unchecked, can absolutely grow into serious anxiety and depression down the road. Okay, so knowing all this, let's bring it back to us, the parents. Watching your child go through any of this is just brutal. And it puts you at this really critical crossroads, where your gut instinct is screaming one thing, but your real goal is something else entirely. This is the internal battle right here. Our instinct, our deepest-seated impulse is to jump in, rescue them, and protect them from feeling any pain. But our ultimate goal, our true mission, has to be to prepare and guide them through the pain. That small shift in wording is actually a massive shift in mindset. So, the big question is, how do we do that? How do we actually move from protecting to preparing? Well, the source material lays out 5 really powerful, totally doable ways we can help build that resilience in our kids. Let's quickly walk through these. First, we normalize it. Share your own stories about messing up. It shows them that struggling is just a part of being human. Second, help them name their feelings. Are they embarrassed, frustrated, disappointed? Just giving the feeling a name can make it feel less huge. Third, build their problem-solving muscles. Don't give them the answers. Ask them questions so they start to feel capable.
Fourth, make home their safe harbor. It has to be the one place in the world where they know, without a doubt, that they are loved and valued no matter what. And fifth, and this one might be the most important, you have to model it yourself. They are watching how you handle your own setbacks way more than they're listening to your advice.
So about that third point, building their problem-solving skills, these kinds of questions are pure gold. Instead of jumping in with solutions, you step back and empower them. Asking, what do you think you could try next time? Shifts them from feeling like a victim to feeling like a problem solver. It reframes a dead end into a learning opportunity. As we start to bring this all together, it's so important to remember what our true north is in these tough moments. It's not about finding the perfect words or having a magic fix. It's actually something much, much simpler. And honestly, this should feel like a huge weight off your shoulders. You don't have to be perfect, you just have to be there. Sometimes you'll say the exact right thing, and sometimes you'll fumble it. It's okay. Your steady, loving presence is what they'll remember. This right here is the heart of it all. If you remember one thing from our time together, let it be this. You can't stop the world from hurting your child sometimes. You just can't. But you can be the one who holds their hand and walks beside them through it. And that changes everything. Because that's the real gift you're giving them. You're not teaching them how to avoid falling down. You're teaching them the deep, unshakable truth that they can fall and they can still get back up. They can fail and still be worthy. They can be rejected and still be loved. That's the lesson that builds a resilient human being. So I want to leave you with one simple, powerful tool. The next time your child is hurting, before you rush in to fix it, just pause, take a breath, and ask yourself this question. What does my child need from me right now in this moment? Is it comfort? Do they just need a hug? Is it space to figure it out on their own? Or is it a little bit of guidance? Letting the answer to that question lead your next move, that's where the magic is.